Thanks for joining tonight. First of all, apologies to Pete if he's watching. I know the last 2 times you tried to get on, and because of my end problems, that's what happened. So apologies. And to you, Dodsey, I know you tried to get on as well. So I don't know what happened, but yeah, these things, I'm an idiot. Let's move on from that now. It's all my fault. There you go. Right. So we haven't done a show for a while now. I think the last game was Leicester when we lost. Myself and Yaz reviewed that. And that was a tough conversation because, Yaz is not happy when we win 3-0. So losing, that was a tough show. But let's start with... so since that game, we've had Shrewsbury, FA Cup, the draw against Arsenal. I think there was a game postponed, wasn't there? The first game was postponed. Yeah, the first game was postponed. The one happening on this Thursday, which we're going to preview, and today's game, obviously, Brentford 3-0. Let's start with Shrewsbury. Me personally, I liked the game. I know it was 2-1 for ages, but I liked the energy we played with in that game. I thought the youngsters did really well. I think Dixon Bonner looks good. I think Gordon, I'm glad he scored a goal. Connor Bradley played well. Nico Williams played well. Tyler Morton again did well. That guy looks good. So for me, I was quite happy with the Shrewsbury game. What did you guys think?
Yeah, I thought it was quite good. They sort of played the same. They can't play the same way, if you like. It's good that it's everyone that comes on plays the same way. We just need a better finisher though. That's the thing. Although we're bringing up these kids, I want to see like a Fowler or an Owen turn up where someone's going to bang goals in. I mean, we had Brewster really. I thought would have been that player. We need that type of player though, like with a killer instinct.
Brewster wasn't good enough, man. He went to Sheffield United. He didn't score in about 30 games, did he?
It was for us though.
Yeah, he looked all right for us, but I don't know. I think 25 million for him, that was very good business for Liverpool. You can't turn that down. No.
Yeah, I feel like that was. Well, Brewster's not... I think... With Brewster, he had that ankle injury as well, and a knee at the same time. I feel like that's probably, he's not. I don't think that slowed the progress of him being the footballer he was going to be. I feel like if he had those 2 years, he lost probably 2 years of development. He could have been a lot better. But after that, it was that you could see he's struggling to get into the Sheffield United side, so he's never going to get into our side. Plus, the fact that, world-class players we've got, he's going to be falling further down a pecking order. Shrewsbury, yeah, it was a good game, man. We went through, first of all, and then all the youngsters got a good game. I know, like, Klopp had COVID during that time, or he weren't at the game, was he? I think it was... was it Lindegaard or something was his name?
Linders.
Yeah, Linders or something like that. So, yeah, main thing is getting through, going through to the next stage, and we've done that. Mimini, all the players that don't really get a game, they've got a game out of it. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So,
all right. So moving on now to the Arsenal game. Dodsey, what did you think of that?
You can see it two different ways, really. Look, we drew a game. We didn't have our full squad out. They were going for it. Arsenal were going for it more than what we were. I just wish we could have. Again, it's that killer instinct. We didn't create many chances. We were at home. We should have took advantage of it. I still think we're going to win on Thursday. To be fair, I think we're going to have a bit more of a today's win. I think you might see a different sort of Liverpool because it's a semi-final. It's a route to the final. Let's get to the final for the fans. They'll like that, and we'll see what happens.
Karim, what did you think of the last week's Thursday game?
Last week's Thursday game, I'm kind of disappointed. You get like Xhaka sent off. Okay, you're playing against 10 men. Yeah, it's a weak Arsenal team. Alexander-Arnold wasn't at it. He was terrible in that game. He misplaced a lot of balls. We should have taken a lead. It's the second time we've done that because we played against Chelsea 10 men and for quite a long period of the game, not to be able to capitalise on it, not to be able to score a goal and come back with an advantage, you know what I mean? Going to there then, I feel like disappointed. I'm disappointed. I feel like Klopp, with that midfield, that sending off happened so soon. He should have changed it, made it more attacking, keeping Milner there, Fabinho and who was it, Henderson. It's too defensive minded, especially when you got a one player advantage. You know, for me, Firmino, that chance, man. Come on, man! Like you're under the goal. You're a professional player getting so much money. And you're training every single week. You should be banging that in all day long. You know, that is. If I was Klopp, I'll get him to play with the under-21s for a couple of weeks. You know, I wouldn't even accept him into the training ground. You know, like for that. You know, so I'm disappointed. We should because it's gonna be. Look, they're having a game. They didn't play today. They've got more rest. They're going to have a lot more players back for that game, and they've got the whole week and a bit to prepare for us. So let's see. They know our squad. They know we're missing some players, and they've probably seen a few weaknesses today as well. So let's see. But
yeah, I mean, I agree. I was very disappointed we didn't take an advantage to next week. Look, playing against 10 men, I don't think it suited us that night. We were too slow, and Arsenal just defended even more than they were already defending. So it kind of helped Arsenal, them going down to 10 men, because they just sat back, and the formation was 1 and 9. And that was it. That was Arteta's master plan. 1 goalie, 9 defenders. And that was all they did. So, listen, the onus was on us to break them down. And you're right, Trent was awful. The midfield was too slow. Milner, Henderson, Fabinho, very workmanlike players. You know, we had Oxlade-Chamberlain on the bench, Curtis Jones on the bench. Put one of them kids on the weekend against Shrewsbury. You know, they at least had more energy. And I think if we'd have had a bit more legs in the midfield, we would have won on Thursday. Minamino, oh my God, how he missed that, I'll never know in my life. But he's not the first player that's going to miss a sitter, and he won't be the last. So
I think Jota's missed worse, that one miss under the goal.
Yeah, Jota as well.
Jota, he's made up for it.
Jota, for me, Jota's gone off the boil a little bit. He seems to be, I don't know whether it's the responsibility of being the main goal scorer now that Salah and Mane are not here is getting to him, I think. I don't know. He just doesn't seem to be his normal fluid self. I mean, today he's one-on-one with the keeper and he doesn't score. And normally he buries those. But listen, I agree with Dodsey. I think we can still go through. It's a one-off game at Arsenal now. And it's a final. It's to get into a final. So the players have to be up for it. I just hope he doesn't go too defensive and he just goes for it. You know, play an attacking team. Arsenal are terrible anyway. They're not good. They're not good. I'm sorry. I know their record is good at home this year. They've got a good record at home. They're a different team when they play at the Emirates. But I can't see them beating us. Listen, I don't know. It could go to extra time penalties. I don't know what could happen, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to be there anyway, so I'm looking forward to that in the Liverpool end. So I'm happy about that.
Man.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, so last week's game against Arsenal, that was a little bit disturbing. It was, like you say, it's the second time we played against 10 men for a long period of the game, and we couldn't capitalise on it. and it just looked a bit slow. You know what I mean? Like the way we played against Shrewsbury, even though the last pass was being misplaced against Shrewsbury, there was more energy against Shrewsbury. We were quicker. It was more relentless. Whereas against Arsenal, it's very laboured and predictable. And, you know, it just... I was watching it with Yaz, and I said to him on about 60 minutes, I said, we're not scoring tonight. We're not going to score. It just looked like we were not going to get a goal. The whole night, they could have played with 5 men, you know, and we wouldn't have scored. I just feel that it was, very disappointing. Going to today's game now, today's game was almost like the Shrewsbury game where, although it was tight for a long period, the energy was much better today. This is the energy we've got to play with when we play Arsenal. Because if we do, we'll beat them. It was a lot quicker, crisper. There was more legs. Curtis Jones had a good game, I think. Again, Trent, again, a bit sloppy at times. A little bit sloppy, but he was better today. I was happy with today because Brentford are an awkward team, you know. Yeah. You know, they're not an easy team to play. And I think they were very solid defensively and they got very quick attackers. And they showed, they counted us a few times. But they only counted us because of our mistakes. Yeah. Giving the ball away, you know, and we've got to get a little bit smarter than that. But yeah, the midfield is a bit of a worry. I mean, Yaz isn't on the call tonight, but I've been talking to him and he's not happy with the midfield at all. Yeah. You know, we lack a lot of creativity, legs. We're missing Wijnaldum's energy. Thiago, I don't know what's wrong with him. Why is he's injured still? I think the good news is Harvey Elliott's back in training. Yeah. So hopefully we see him sooner rather than later because he's a creative kind of player. I mean, so today, what do you think about today's game? Did you watch it?
I watched it. I did watch it. I felt Fabinho played really well. I felt like, you know, and he did what he can, man, because they were marking him mainly, you know. He did push the defenders. He got a few fouls further up the top. I feel like Van Dijk, like today, he weren't struggling, man. Ivan Toney was off it today. You know, or he had him in his pocket. So it looked like it was only going to be one-way result. Brentford, as good, you know, they did come up with a plan, but they couldn't get past the midfield. I don't think, like, to get down to our last line, they struggled.
It was relentless, I thought. The way we played, it was just like wave after wave, and we just kept pushing them back, and it was a lot quicker than it was against Arsenal, but there was a lack of quality at the end, in the end play. You know? I
feel like Oxford had a good game. Oxford on the right, it looks like it suits him a little bit better. He got that nice headed goal as well. So he played really well. But it's a shame he got injured now, man. I don't know, like, now he's going to be out. Maybe, hopefully not, but it's a shame the man scores and 2 minutes later he's injured, you know? It's a weird collision.
Oddsy, what did you think today? First of all, is Ox injured?
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like I reckon he could be out for a while now. His ankle.
Oh God.
So,
that's all we need.
This is what lets us down. We get something working while the others are missing, and then we get this. So we need to strengthen. We should have strengthened.
We're gonna get to that in a minute.
Yeah. They played well. They played well today. I thought Jota had a good game. He did what he could. The crosses from the left, the crosses were good today. Curtis Jones from I thought was the difference.
Yeah, Curtis Jones was the only player that looked like he was breaking the lines a lot, and he was running in, and you know, I liked him today. He was good. He was very good. He took a bit of responsibility today, which we needed.
He overrun it a lot today. He overrun it. But didn't release it as quick as he should do.
Yeah. There was one chance. There was one chance where he came in and he had 2 options, and he held onto the ball a bit too long. You know, but listen, at least he was getting the ball and moving it forward. You know, that was the thing, you know, and that was what was missing against Arsenal. Against Arsenal, that wasn't happening until he came on against Arsenal. And he was probably the best player Liverpool had. He played 10 minutes in that game. So
and he's got a shot. He's got a shot. If he wants to let go of a shot, he can do it.
yeah. So he's got to start now. He's got to play him. I'll be very disappointed if the midfield's Milner, Henderson, Fabinho. Can't be that. We've got to put Jones in there. Yeah, what was I going to say? So, all right, they're the games that we've had since the last defeat against Leicester. So what do you think realistically on Thursday? Doddsy, you think we're going to win?
Yes. I think we're going to. Today's game for me was good. It was a good sign of what we can do until Mane and Salah come back. I think we've just got to carry on now. The momentum. Remember, keep the momentum going.
Yeah.
Not too much, and it's their time to shine.
Okay, Karim, what do you reckon Thursday?
Thursday, I feel like Menino's going to score a hat trick, man. Going to make up. He's going to make up for that.
You are proper optimistic, boy. Proper. I was optimistic.
I feel like it'd be a tight game. I feel like it'd either go to penalties or we'll win 1-0. Or I feel like probably 2-1, 1-0. It'd be a very close game. I feel like we'll have the edge, whether it's penalties or whether it's 90 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, Arsenal are very good. I mean, for me, I think we will win. I don't know how, whether it's penalties in extra time or in 90 minutes. I just think we're better than them. But the problem is they're at home. Now, that could be one of two things. Look, they've had more rest than us. That could be an advantage for them. They'll definitely have all their players back who are supposedly injured right now for the Tottenham game. That to me, I don't believe that rubbish. They'll all be fit for Liverpool. Now, the problem is, their last game was against us. When you have that break for a week, sometimes that's not helpful because, like Doddsy likes to say, momentum and rhythm is another thing. Now, we had a good workout today. It was good. And we got till Thursday now, so the players should be rested. It's not going to be a big problem to play Sunday, Thursday. So, for me, I don't see it as a massive advantage that Arsenal didn't play today and they'll be more rested. It could be a disadvantage to them. I think they'll have to attack a little bit more because they're at home. So they won't be able to sit back like they did against us at Anfield. And then that could open up some space for us. But we need to have legs in that team.
Yes, yeah.
We must have legs. We can't have, that workman-like midfield. We must have legs. And, so I'm hoping Curtis Jones starts. And, let's see what happens. I mean, I think we can win it. It's a one-off game. And in a way, the fact we don't have an advantage could also help us. Because if we had a 1-0 or a 2-0, we might go there and think, look, let's just see out the game for a draw. And that's dangerous when you're playing in a semi-final because the other team, they build up momentum in the game, score 1, score 2, then it's 2-2. And then you've already come with that negative mindset. It's hard to flip the switch and try and win the game then. Liverpool know they've got to win the game. That's it. The only way we're going through is to win. So, you know what you got to do. And I think that could help us to focus their minds a little bit. But let's see. Hopefully,
yeah. No, definitely.
So the other thing, just to quickly talk about, Coutinho. Back in the Premiership, we didn't sign him for whatever reason. And he scores the equaliser against United. What do we feel? Doddsy, what do you feel? First of all, quickly, would you have took him back?
Yeah.
Karim?
Yeah.
50-50, man. I don't know. I'm a bit like... So he was pushing for that move. I know it's Barcelona. He could have waited to the end of the season. I'm a bit gutted because, he probably costed... At that time, we were top of the table. You know, and we had momentum, and then bang. No, we sorted ourselves out after a couple of games, and you know, managed to do pretty well. But it could have been a difference of winning the league that season. We were 1 point behind Man City that year. You know, so
no, that was the year after.
Is it the year after? Yeah. But I still feel like he would have had some kind of influence on our game, and we could have been higher up the table. Whether we would have won.
For me, I would have took him back all day long. All day long. I loved Coutinho as a player. He's a special player, man. He really is. I know he hasn't played a lot and he's been loaned out and all of this, and everyone's saying, well, is he the player he was when he left us? Listen, I think him coming back to Liverpool was a no-brainer. Yeah. And I don't really know what happened. It's either one or two things. It's either Barcelona were trying to cancel the debt because they owe us money still for him, right? So they were either trying to cancel the debt on the player and saying take him back on loan and keep him, basically, and wipe out our debt. And two, or the other reason is Klopp put a stop to it because Klopp wasn't happy that he left. Because I know Klopp, there's rumours Klopp spoke to him and said, look, don't leave now. If you want to leave, go at the end of the season. And that year, we were playing some scintillating football before he left. You know, him, Salah, Mane, Firmino, they were linking so well. We were blowing teams away. I mean, we really were. I mean, we were winning games 3, 4, 5-0.
Yeah, that's my point.
And we got to the Champions League final without him. But if he was in the team, I think we'd have beaten Real Madrid that year. I honestly believe we'd have won the Champions League that year.
Yeah, that's it. There was no continue.
But look, ifs and buts and all of that stuff, who knows what? I mean, look, at the end of the day, he went and our team became better because he went. Yeah. We signed Van Dijk, we signed Alisson. You know, the money was invested very wisely and he made us better. But this is a no-brainer to get him back, considering the options we got right now. I don't understand why we didn't take him back. But listen, we're just fans. We're not the decision makers. So it's a shame. But look, let's see what he does. Who knows? He may come to Liverpool next summer because after the summer, maybe Klopp said, okay, let's see how you do it at Aston Villa. And see that. I mean, look, so the transfer window, we've talked about Coutinho. Me and Dodsey would have him back. Karim's not so sure.
You know what? The whole thing, is that what it is, how much we would have had in this, how much transfer budget he has, whatever our targets were linked to, you know, it's the whole thing. But yeah, if it's like Coutinho coming back for his thing, no brainer, half his wages. Option to buy, whether we take it or not, no brainer, take it. But if it's like, he's 29 years old, it's like they want 60 million or something like that after the thing, I would have take it, you know. If it's 30 million, 50-50, I'll probably go in for it, you know. It's what the deal is. I know Christian Purslow and Gerrard, they would have got a better rate. Whatever we were going to get, like whatever the business we were going to do, Barcelona would have doubled it with us. You know what I mean? So
they would have tried to clear their debt with us. That's what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
And look, it's fine. Look, it's a shame because it doesn't look like we're going to sign anyone else, which is another shame because that's my other question. Do you think we need to strengthen? Yes. And I really think we need a quality midfielder. You know, I really believe that. It's either we're not signing because Harvey Elliott's coming back in a week or two and he's been, you know, he's recovered fully from his injury. Because before he got injured, he was playing very well. So, look, let's see why. Speaking to Yaz again, you know, he's not on the call, but I'll mention some of the things he said. You know, he thinks we're in trouble. And he thinks we're more like in a battle for top 4 than anything else. I don't see it like that. I think we're much better than the teams below us. I mean, look, Man City, they're the benchmark right now, and they're probably going to win the league. Beyond that, I think Liverpool are the next best. Chelsea, I think, are a bit behind us, even though they've probably got a better squad. And then below that, forget them. Those other teams, they're not a patch on the top three. No, so I don't think we're in a battle for top four. I really don't. I think we're going to comfortably finish in the top four, probably runners up. But who knows? You know, I mean, if we made a good signing now, it could be the difference. But I don't see us doing it the way it looks right now. I don't see us doing it. What do you reckon, Dodzy?
Well, this Diaz might be. They keep going about this Diaz, but is it going to go this now? Is it going to be? We need something. We do need something to help, because if we get another injury or COVID, we've got COVID now. It's going to come back and forwards. We are stuck. So we do need something. And I ain't got the answers. Down to them. Klopp didn't look very cheerful either.
No. I like Diaz. I think he'll be a very good signing.
Very good, yeah.
He'd fit right into our team. But let's see.
So, with me, I like Diaz. I know we're linked to Bowen as well, man.
I'd prefer Diaz over Bowen.
All day long. But it's the money we've got. How much?
If they want 60 million for Bowen, they can forget that.
Yeah,
no chance.
Diaz he played a good game against us, man, twice, and he took it to Atletico Madrid as well. So I've watched a fair bit of him, and I've just watched what he did during the midweek. He took on about 2 players, crossed it in, and the manager's son got the winner for Porto. And it was all Diaz's doing, man. Like from the
he's good. So he's good.
He's really good. We do need transfers. We do need. We are in trouble, as in, like, I know what Yaz is saying, because the benchmark, you got someone that could just spend all, they've just bought Jack Grealish, they could have bought Harry Kane, and they're going to go in for more. They've just lost Ferran Torres, and they're linked to Haaland and this and that. And we're not going to be buying, spending 200 million in the summer. You know what I mean? We're not going to be doing that. The max we'll probably do is about 100. And we're in that kind of trouble. But the squad-wise, like you say, we're probably the second. We've got not the squad, but the first 11. We've got the best 11 after Man City. Then, if you look at squads, we can't compete with Chelsea and Man City. They lose a player, they're not in trouble. They've got a replacement. We lose a player, we're in trouble. We lost our defence last year, the whole of it. We were lucky to get top 4, We don't want to be in a position like that, We're lucky that we've got Mane and Salah that hardly pick up any injuries, and they're always there. They're playing 99% of the games, especially in the Premier League, If we get one injury to one, it's going to cost us dearly. It could cost us a Champions League position or a league position, whether we finish second, third, or fourth.
Yeah. Look, we definitely need to refresh the squad, 100%. I don't think any Liverpool fan doesn't think that. I just don't think we're in as dire a situation as some people are saying. So, I mean, I'm hopeful, but we won today. Good. Let's beat Arsenal on Thursday. And then we've got a final to look forward to. And then concentrate on the league